This is my first update for the Skin is In project pan created by Amanda and Jessica of the Pantastic ladies. It was created so you could focus on your skincare products. I decided to include products for my scalp care, for my body care, as well as my face care. So I have a lot to go over, so let's jump into the progress I made this past month. The only product I have for scalp care is my Pureology Hydrate shampoo. I used this 13 times since the last time I saw you. I should say, even though my video went up late in January, I was counting my uses starting January 1st. So it's almost like 2 months of usage. So next month my usage would be way down compared to what it is this month. I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. But this was the only thing I have in here for scalp care. And I brought this in at 806 grams on the dot, and it is now 654.7, which means I used 151.3 grams of product. My spouse also does use this product as well, so some of that usage would be to him, but 13 of them were me. I actually enjoy my Franken Castille still, so it's not exactly what it says it is, like the little odds and sods of like cleansers and things I kind of like added to here and whatnot. I have not Frankened it since the last time I saw you because that was one of my goals, so I'm doing strong on that one. But just the mix that I ended up making, I actually quite enjoy, and I'm surprised I didn't use it more than what I did. So I did use it 14 times, but some of that is in a hand soap pump that I have upstairs in my kitchen, so it's not going to represent on the markings on the container. But this I brought in at 709.5 grams. It is now 687.1, which means out of this container specifically I used 22.4 grams, and we're sitting roughly about here right now. So we are at that top line there, or the above line there, and now we're sitting at the bottom line here. A product that I am not tracking weight on because I did have to decant this into a different container. This is my Village 11 AHA Exfoliating Body Lotion. I really enjoy this for my KP. However, I do think that there's probably something stronger out there that'll probably work a little bit better. So this is what I'm using while I try to find that product. I did decant the rest of it into this little jar here, and this is all I have left. I used this 78 times in the last month and a half. A product that I brought in at 487.3 grams. It is now 83.3 grams, which means I used 404 grams of product in 68 uses, and it is completely gone. This is my Franken body lotion, and like I promised you in the intro, I did not Franken this any further. And I have to say, I actually kind of miss this concoction, which is really sad. That's like the only bummer about Franken products, is that sometimes you really don't know what you added to it, so I don't know how to recreate this, but I actually enjoyed it to the point that the one I'm using now, I'm not as enjoying as much. I wish I could just recreate this and have more of whatever it is that I was using, but at least I'm happy that I used it up. These are my Ample N Centel Calming Shot Toner Pads. When I brought them in, they were 115.9 grams. They are now 70.9 grams, which means I used 45 grams on the dot in 10 different uses. And this also is gone as well, and this is kind of like, this probably couldn't have came at a better time. So when I first bought this product, I absolutely hated it. I bought it for the gym. I was hoping for something to kind of like wipe my face off with afterwards and feel a little bit refreshed, and that is 100% not what this product is. And then kind of on a whim, on like a -30 day that we were having here, my cheeks were so parched that they hurt so bad. I took 2 of these and put them on my cheeks right here, and it just was like night and day. Like my cheeks just like came back right to life, and it felt so good, and that's how I ended up using these up, and I'm really happy I discovered that. I've now been using homemade toner pads underneath my eyes in order to kind of like recreate missing out on these. And yeah, if I ever found these on a good deal, I would definitely buy another one and hold on to them for the winter months. So glad I found this product, and it's just so funny that I absolutely hated it when I brought it into my collection. These are the Medicube Zero Pore Pads. They have AHA, BHA, and a couple of other things in them. This is now what I'm using after the gym to kind of help refreshen my skin up, which again, not quite what I'm looking for, but definitely way closer than the Ample N toner pads. When I brought these in, they were at 260 on the dot. Now they are 230.7, and that means I used 29.3 grams of product in 11 uses. I also kind of like this as a refresh before I do my tretinoin, so like a gentle exfoliation, so the tretinoin can work a little bit better. But I also noticed that I get a lot of peeling with my tretinoin, so I got to be very careful with how I use these, but I'm happy to start getting through them. A product that I'm also not tracking weight on, and that was because I kind of went about this a little bit of a silly way, because if I would have tracked it, I would have known how much was in the container, so I would have known like what I was counting down to. But these are my Minimalist vitamin C, E, and Ferulic serums. I absolutely love this product. I'm going to be sad when it's gone because I told myself no more buying serums until I get through what I have in my collection, but I really do enjoy this product. This one here is empty. I did manage to use this one up, and then I rolled this one in without weighing it, and that's why I'm decided I'm not going to weigh this product because I'm already partially through the product, so it doesn't make any sense to just kind of start weighing it randomly now. But I did use this a total of 50 times between the two bottles. My tretinoin I stopped using for a week in January and a week in February because I did go on a hot trip and I didn't want it to kind of, like, they say that you can still use tretinoin in hot climates, but I think it's like when I go on a sunny vacation, there's something about me that just mentally I'm like, I can't do it. I need to stop it for like a week beforehand and then the week that I'm there. So I just started using this again, so I did have a little bit of a 2-week break with it. When I brought it into the program, when I brought it into the project, it was 16.6 grams. It is now 12.3, which means I used 4.3 grams of product in 12 different uses since the beginning of the month, which I think is a pretty steady use. So I'm quite happy that I'm going slow and steady with this because that's how it should be. I brought my Skin 1004 Centella Probio-Cica Bakuchiol eye cream, the mouthful of the eye cream. I brought this in at the project at 29.4 grams. It is now 20 grams, which means I used 9.4 grams in 88 different uses. I not only use this on my eye area, but I use it on my lips as well. So I'll put like a half a pea size amount on my finger, do my lips first, and then the rest that I do I'll put on my eye area. I did do my whole face with it a couple of times just to kind of see how it would feel as a moisturizer. It was a little lacking in that sense, but in all fairness, that's not exactly what this product is for. I do find it's not as nourishing and rich as I would hope that an eye cream would be. I really like something like thick and replenishing, and this is more kind of lightweight everyday sort of thing. So if that's your thing, maybe you'll like this, but unfortunately it is not for me, but I am definitely getting through it. So because I do have a couple of empties, I'm going to bring a few more products into this project, starting with the Access Y New Skin Resolution Gel Mask. I bought this because I like to have hot showers in the winter and I find that it dries out my skin while I'm in the shower. And so I just wanted like a gel mask that I could kind of put on that would protect my skin while I'm in the shower and then rinse it off at the very end. So that's why I brought this product into this. So I am bringing it in at a starting weight of 60.9 grams. I probably should have brought this in at the start of the project, but it is what it is. We're bringing it in now. And if I had to guess, I didn't end up marking this, but I'm pretty sure, actually I can see through the product. We're right about here. So not a full product. I did use this once, but definitely it did not come full. The second product I'm bringing in is at a starting weight of 235.1 grams. This is a Skin 1004 Pore Fresh Ampule. I like to pair this with my vitamin C serum in the morning, which is why I'm bringing it in, which is a little sad because my vitamin C serum is about 2/3 full, which means it's definitely going to be gone soon, and this thing is still probably going to be completely full. I don't know how to get this across on camera, but this is a 100 milliliter serum. So this is huge for a serum size. So this is definitely going to be lingering around for quite a while. And the last product I'm bringing in is at 28.4 grams, and it's going to seem a little silly, but I have my 1/3 cotton pads from Yule. They're called 1/3, I'm pretty sure, because they're like 1/3 of the thickness, and this is what I'm using to make my cheek toner pads at home. So I wanted to bring them into this project because since I am using them, I wanted to track some usage on it, and also again, when it's in projects, I actually seem to use things, so it'll nice to be able to use these up. So that is everything for my Skin is in project. Between the products that I had good progress on, I rolled out 2 products, and then I'm rolling in 3 products. So I think that's a pretty dang good update. I am really good with skincare. I am pretty consistent with it, as you can kind of tell by my numbers and usage. So yeah, I'm excited to see what I'm able to go through this next month, and I will update you on the 17th of March of how things are going. Hey, that's St. Patrick's Day. I'll have a new headband for you come that time as well. But until then, thank you for checking in with me. Thank you for following along on my Project Pan journey. Until the next one, I hope the day treats you well, and thank you so much for being here. Bye.